Are you looking to grow your construction business? What are some of the things that are holding you back from doing that? Well, a lot of times contractors have challenges with cash flow. Typically, you get paid in, on average, 83 days. That's according to Level Set. From the time you start work till when you actually get paid for that work, it's about 83 days. On the flip side, you need to pay for materials, labor, usually within 30 days. Supplier terms might range from 30 to 60 days, but there is that gap between when you start work, when you actually have to pay for materials and labor, and when you actually get paid. And contractor financing is something that can really kind of fill that gap, allow you to have cash flow relief, and go bid on and win more jobs. I'm going to show you how contractor financing can exponentially grow your business and keep more money in your pocket today. That allows you to then go bid on, win more jobs. And so what exactly is contractor financing? Well, it's any source of capital that allows you to get materials, get labor, pay for things like equipment, get them now and pay for them later. That allows you to push off those expenses, those large expenses, until you get paid for the work. So you're gonna have more cash in your pocket. What does that allow you to do? It allows you to go bid on, win, and start more jobs. And so today we're gonna go through an example of how contractor financing works. So here's a tool that we built at Build to estimate how much cash you need to take on a project and what your cash flow looks like throughout the duration of that project. So let's assume that you have, here's your project details. You have a contract value of $1 million. This is how much you're gonna get paid for the project, what your contract is with the GC or the property owner. Your material, labor, and overhead costs as a percentage of your contract value. So if you are doing $1 million project, how much are you gonna be paying in material, labor, and overhead? And whatever you pay in these three is going to then show what profit you are making. So if you have a goal of, let's say, 20%, this might be correct. If you have a goal of, let's say, 10%, this may end up being 50% materials, and that would make your profit 10%. So we'll keep the material at 40% for now. The next thing is, what is the months to complete? How long is this project gonna take? So let's assume here it's 8 months to complete. And so if we go up to the top, you'll see how much cash without material financing. Well, in this instance, it's showing $200,000, and it's gonna take you 9 months to break even on the project. And I'm gonna go down to the bottom here and show you how that works. So in month 1, and really across the board, you're gonna be paying $50,000 in material, which is the 40% material of the million is a $400,000 spend, but you're only gonna be spending 1/8 of that. You're not gonna be buying material up front for the whole project, so you're gonna buy it over time. So this is $50,000 in materials. Same thing with labor, $31,250. Same thing with overhead, $18,750. So in this instance, at the end of month 1, since you haven't been paid for the job yet, you are putting out $100,000. Even if you do have terms and you're able to push them back, it's still gonna be towards the end of month 1, beginning of month 2, that you're gonna have material and potentially labor that are due. Let's go to month 2, same exact thing. So you start off with a negative 100,000, that's because you spent 100,000 here, and we're gonna go through that same operation, and you're gonna be down to $200,000 in the hole, just starting that project. By month 3 is when we expect to start getting paid for the project. On average, again, 83 days to get paid for work. So work that you do in month 1, you're probably not gonna get paid until month 3. So on $1 million project over 8 months, let's assume that you have equal work across the 8 months, you will be getting $125,000 in revenue, and you're still gonna have these costs. And so as you can see, you profit $25,000 in this month, but you haven't broken even yet. You're still down $175. And if we scroll all the way over to where this project finally becomes profitable, you'll see that in month 9, we started making money right here. Now I want to show you what this particular job and project looks like when you're using material financing. Well, right here you can see that you only need $103,000. So you actually need about half the amount of money to get started on this project using material financing. And you're gonna break even after 5 months instead of 9. So let's go down. We're gonna, using material purchase financing, we're gonna check yes here to see how this changes. And so using material financing, you're still gonna have these same costs on the labor overhead side. But you're going to see that material, the $400,000, we're not going to start paying that until month 4. That's essentially allowing you to push back your payment on materials up to 120 days, which is what Build offers. Now, you will notice that there is a finance charge here because there is a cost to the financing. But as you can see, you're going to break even in month 5. And so let's just quickly go through this. You haven't been paid for the job in month 1 and month 2, just like in the previous example. You start receiving payments in month 3. Material is pushed back until month 4. Labor, overhead, and finance charge, you're down $51,000 to start. And then that comes up to month 2. Same thing, down to 103. And then you start getting paid back in month 3 and you start earning your revenue. And you can see that as this continues, you become profitable at month 5. And so as you can see, the big benefit here is that you can essentially take on a whole extra project, and the profit that you would make at the end is basically double, because I can take on 2 of these projects with $103,000 versus the $200,000 here. That's a big difference that allows you to grow and scale your business. So in the example I just walked through, you need $200,000 to start that project without any material financing. With material financing, you need about half that. You need $103,000. What does that mean for you? Well, it means that you could actually take on 2 projects of the $1 million contract value for the same amount of money. If you were to take on 2 projects using material financing, you would need $206,000 versus just taking on 1 project at the $1 million contract value where you would need $200,000. That is a big difference that allows you to scale and grow your business quickly if that's what you want to do. And the other big component here is the amount of time it takes to get paid back and actually see positive cash flow. As you know, going through long projects, there's a strain on your cash flow, and you're constantly putting out material money, you're constantly putting out labor. And so this allows you to push those back, free up your cash flow, and really free up your mind, allow you to grow your business and scale. And that is how Contractor Financing allows you to grow your business. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us, 512-270-4805. Definitely shoot us an email, grow@build.com, or you can feel free to enroll. It's free to enroll. It's just app.build.com/register. All right, thanks.